Hello again, everybody. I'm Scott Casper, and it's time to take a look at the news from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. Well, the 2015 season is starting to heat up on every level of this sport. Every January, USA Wrestling welcomes top Olympic hopefuls to the Olympic Training Center to prepare for the international tournaments that lie ahead. This week, the men's freestyle national team arrived in Colorado Springs to train with national coaches Bruce Burnett, Bill Zadek, and Brandon Slay, and other top-level coaches. In a side-by-side interview, two guys in the same weight. 2014 World Team member Ed Ruth won 3 NCAA titles for Penn State. He'll soon start his first full season in freestyle. Also, same weight, 2012 Olympian Jake Herbert. He won a world silver medal in 2009 and is back on the mat after more than 2 years away from action.
I told Ruth this today, don't ever get out of shape, because it sucks getting back into shape.
I know.
It is horrible.
I'm feeling it right now.
Man, yeah, so I've been back at it for like 9 months now. So getting back into it, I had my first competition back in Russia. Nobody else went. You know, we know how that goes.
I have taken a whole new dynamic training on. I've been doing a lot of different things, a lot of things that kind of been added to my game. You know, I've been trying to do more calisthenics, more flexible. I still can't sit Indian style yet, but we're working on that.
Two-time World Team member Reese Humphrey will make an Olympic run at a brand new weight class, 145 pounds.
Everything's going great. Move up to 65 is actually starting to feel really comfortable for me. People aren't feeling like they're bigger than me, so even with the 2 kilos that you get at all the other tournaments outside of the Open and the trials, it's feeling like I'm starting to fit into the weight, so that's good.
J.D. Bergman is another past World Team member in the hunt for world and Olympic gold.
Feeling really good, just doing a lot of pieces that go into it, but yeah, feeling really focused last 20 months here or so of most likely my career. So.
Now, training camps for the Greco-Roman and women's freestyle national teams are scheduled for later in January, and of course we will provide coverage of these events throughout the month, so stay tuned. All right, now let's take a trip north of the border to Calgary, Alberta, Canada for the Women's Nordhagen Classic. This event is named in honor of International Wrestling Hall of Fame member Christine Nordhagen, who was a 6-time world champ and a 2004 Olympian. The senior division at the Classic featured teams from the USA, Canada, Norway, and Sweden, and the Americans did well, claiming 3 golds and 7 medals overall. New York native Karlene Silbersky wrestles collegiately in Canada and won the championships at 121. Silbersky won all 3 matches in a 4-athlete round robin, one coming over fellow American Michaela Hutchinson by a 10-5 margin. College national champion Tamara Mensah won 3 matches in her bracket at 152, including an exciting 8-2 finals victory over Celeste Rodriguez of Sudbury. 2012 Olympian Kelsey Campbell won a gold as the lone entry at 128. Campbell opted to jump up to 132, where she went 2-1 to claim silver. Her only loss came in a 1-0 decision to 2014 Canadian World Team member Michelle Fazzari. Michaela Hutchinson had a solid 2-1 record at 121 to secure a silver medal of her own, dropping only 1 bout to American Silbersky. 2-time World Team member Jessica Medina grabbed the bronze at 116. She lost her first bout on a 6-6 criteria decision, but battled back with 3 wins in the wrestlebacks. In the bronze medal bout, she took out Canada's Sierra Nania Tekfall 10-0, the final score there. Christine Yamasaki from the University of the Cumberlands won a bronze medal at 138. She won 2 bouts in a 5-athlete round robin to come home with a medal of her own. U.S. coach Emma Randall was pleased with the American performance.
I think we did pretty well. You know, it's always hard to wrestle right after the break. Trying to sustain your training throughout Christmas and throughout the holidays is kind of hard with all the eating. They did a really good job of controlling their weight. They came out on the mat ready to wrestle, and they really took it to some Canadians and some Swedish athletes as well. So it's always good to see.
Well, just the day prior to the senior level action at the Nordhagen, the Stu Hart Cadet Duels were held right there in Calgary. The United States took a talented team of top UWW cadet women to the event to compete in dual meets against 5 other teams. The team was made up of athletes who have all made USA age group world teams and have won medals at the junior and cadet nationals in Fargo. When it was all over, the USA cadets won all 5 dual meets in dominant fashion. 6-1 over British Columbia, 7-1 over Saskatchewan, 4-3 over Sweden, 6-1 over Alberta Gold, and 6-1 over Alberta Blue. Congrats to the USA women cadets on a dominant team performance. Well, the final day of the Nordhagen Classic featured the junior division, and USA Wrestling entered athletes from the cadet team along with several wrestlers from the University of the Cumberlands. Well, it was another strong showing for Team USA, capturing 8 medals, including 5 golds. The champs included Saria Jones of California at 105, Jersey Estrada of Colorado at 112, Maya Nelson of Colorado at 121, Katarina Leibsinger of California at 147, and Cumberland's wrestler Clark Walker of Texas at 158. Now, Michigan's Kenya Spencer won silver at 158, and bronze went to Michigan's Teresa Rankin at 105, and Coral Sugiyama of Idaho at 130. Once again, here's Coach Emma Randall.
We always have small things to clean up, but I was very proud with their performance and their effort, and they gave 110% every single time they stepped on that match, whether it was their 8th match of the day or if it was the tournament when they were stepping out against a college senior. You know, they just wrestled really well. I'm very proud.
All right, stay tuned. We'll be back after the short timeout.
ASICS has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because you know, I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Hi, I'm Wayne Boyd, Director of Operations and Development for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club. The club was founded to help wrestling worldwide, especially at our senior level, of course at the collegiate level, and the high school level. But the most important level for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club is the kids level. And these are some of the guys today that will be tomorrow's Olympic champions. Let's hear it, guys.
Titan Mercury!
That's Titan Mercury Wrestling Club, San Marino, California.
Well, over the holidays, top wrestlers and teams on the collegiate level had a chance to test themselves at several major events. We start with the Midlands Championships in Chicago. That's the standard of the Holiday Open tournaments, and this year the field was once again loaded on the campus of Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois. Well, the top-ranked Hawkeyes of Iowa put on a record-setting performance, breaking their own tournament scoring record on their way to a 24th Midlands team title. Tom Brand's team piled up 189 points, breaking the record previously set by the Hawkeyes in 2013 of 187.5. Hawkeye senior Mike Evans repeated as champ at 174, edging out Illinois' Zach Brunson 2-1 in the championship finals.
You know, sometimes when a guy he's got a clamp on you, and you know, conventional stuff doesn't work, something explosive that's out of the ordinary will. So I just did a forward roll just to kind of shake things up, and then turned it into a scramble, and I got behind it.
Big Bobby Telford won his first Midlands title after 2 runner-up finishes, using a last-second takedown to edge out top-ranked Mike McMullen of Northwestern. The score there 4-2 in the heavyweight finals. McMullen beat Telford in the third-place match at last year's NCAA tournament.
It was pretty tight, so instead of just going slow, waited till the last second, came all the way through. Went into a little bit of scramble. He went underneath, and just exactly what we practice all the time. Head on the mat, go to the one leg, attack the hits, put them down.
Iowa sophomore Corey Clark won the title at 133 when he defeated Illinois' Zane Richards 3-2. It was a battle of top young stars.
I was comfortable to work slow through it. There was no rush, no hurry. I pulled him back in bounds to where I had time and space to finish, and I got the finish. I mean, I could have just rushed it on the edge like you see a lot of guys do, and they end up going out of bounds, but I felt like I did a pretty good job there.
Competing unattached and scoring no team points for the Hawkeyes, Nathan Burak came home with the title at 197. He's been slowed by a knee injury, but managed to down Wisconsin's Timmy McCall 4-3.
I've been in the semis a lot, Big Tens, semis here. I lost. I think it's a good stepping blocks, especially a match like that. No, it's down 14 seconds. The difference between winning or losing. I wanted to win, so I won. It's a big thing. It's got to go more and go sooner.
Hawkeye head coach Tom Brands talked about the team's title-winning performance.
We started that with our offense. We started that flurry. I don't think we did enough offense as a team overall, and I think we got to get to our offense. When we initiate, we're pretty good. We got some guys that can wrestle in position. Sam Brooks, Mike Evans, Thomas Gilman never really got going. Waited for 11 minutes, and then the guy jumps in on us like a water bug and does a gymnastics, and match is over.
Indiana's Taylor Walsh was named the outstanding wrestler and won the award for most points scored after claiming the title at 165. Walsh headlocked and pinned Northwestern's Pierce Harger in the finals.
I knew if I was able to dig that underhook and have a good headlock from there, sagging, so once I got to that position, I felt comfortable. I mean, last time I did the same thing pretty much and felt comfortable in the position and just went for it. You know, you can't hold back in this type of situation.
Now in a battle of the top two seeds, Joey Dance of Virginia Tech edged out returning champ Thomas Gilman of Iowa 3-1. It took overtime to get her done at 125.
I mean, it's just the shot I always kind of do. I'll club the head, then go right to my little knee pull. And he was fighting down with that wizard hard, so I thought if I just threw that leg over, I would get it in time. And normally guys will raise that arm and block it off, but I ended up getting it through.
Returning champion Mitchell Port of Edinboro earned a 4-1 win over 2014 NCAA runner-up Devin Carter of Virginia Tech. That was the finals at 141. Port also won the Art Craft Champion of Champions Award for his performance.
I think I lost focus there at one point whenever I was finishing the first takedown. And then the coaches were kind of yelling out of the corner, keep faking, keep doing stuff. Creating action for him. He's kind of stands up straight, kind of getting some movement, getting some action going.
2014 NCAA champ Jason Surtis of Northwestern won his third overtime bout of the tournament in the finals at 149. He edged out Edinburgh's David Habat 2-1.
Didn't quite get to the finishes I needed to, whether that was time was running out or bad technique on my part or execution. So winning overtime a few times, but I mean, had to gut it out and wrestle tough the whole match.
Isaiah Martinez of Illinois had a very impressive tournament at 157. He stopped South Dakota State's Cody Pack 6-3 in the finals.
I only scored 5 points. I mean, that might be one of the lowest scoring matches I've ever had in my college career, and it just upsets me because I want to go out there and dominate. But for the most part of the tournament, I went out there and did what I wanted. So yeah, I felt good for the most part.
Old Dominion's Jack Decco put on an offensive clinic in the finals at 184 as he took out Penn's Lorenzo Thomas 13-5.
I think the biggest thing is just, for me, when I came to ODU, was just toughness, being tough in every position, just winning every position, and scoring the next points, no matter if I get scored on or I score on someone else. I'm always scoring the next points. That's what I'm thinking in my head.
Another major holiday tournament with a loaded field, the annual Southern Scuffle. It took place in Chattanooga, Tennessee. For the 5th straight year, the Penn State Nittany Lions were the team champs at the Scuffle. This time, they won it without a single individual champ. With a solid performance in the consees, Penn State edged second-place Missouri 165-150. 8 Lions placed in the top 8 with several scoring bonus points. The only Lion finalist was past NCAA runner-up Matt Brown. He lost to top-ranked Robert Kokesh of Nebraska in the finals at 174. The score there, 3-2. Brian Smith's Mizzou Tigers pushed forward to the finals and had 3 champs. NCAA champ Jaden Cox won the title at 97 when he defeated Duke's Connor Hartman 6-1. At 125, it was Alan Waters scoring a third-period reversal, adding riding time to defeat NCAA runner-up Nishan Garrett in the finals 3-1. Le'Veon Mays made it 3 for the Tigers, defeating Gio Martinez of Boise State 6-4. Oklahoma State finished in third. Gold medals from NCAA runner-up Josh Kindick, NCAA champ Alex Deringer at 165, and the heavyweight Austin Marsden. Deringer beat second-ranked Nick Soles of Virginia in the finals 8-2. Other individual champs included Iowa State's Earl Hall at 133, Nebraska's James Green at 157, and Cornell's Gabe Dean at 184. Overall, a tremendous tournament indeed. All right, stay tuned. We'll be back. Big Ten action is next.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
All right, welcome back. Shortly after winning a Midlands title, the top-ranked Hawkeyes of Iowa hit the road. They started with a trip to New Jersey to take on a new Big Ten team, Rutgers. In front of a large and boisterous crowd of more than 5,000 fans, the Hawks were able to defeat the Scarlet Knights 27-9. The next stop on the Hawkeye tour, Columbus, Ohio, for a big-time battle with the Buckeyes. A raucous crowd of more than 6,000 packed inside St. John's Arena, and fresh off a college football championship berth, Ohio State football coach Urban Meyer acted as an honorary coach. Thomas Gilman opened up with a win for Iowa at 125 over freshman star Nathan Tomasello, but the Buckeyes got it back at 33, where Johnny DeJulius stopped Corey Clark 7-5. Three-time NCAA champ for Ohio State, Logan Stieber, well, he picked up a 15-0 tech fall over Josh Jeva, but at 149, Iowa's Brandon Sorensen beat Hunter Stieber 9-7. The Buckeyes extended their lead with wins from Josh Demas at 157 and Bo Jordan at 165. But from there, Iowa secured 4 straight wins over ranked opponents. It was Mike Evans who won at 174, Sammy Brooks at 184, and Hawkeye Nathan Burek came out of redshirt at 97. He edged out freshman star Kyle Snyder 2-1. So it all came down to the heavyweights, and Hawkeye star Bobby Telford came through with a 4-0 shutout of Nick Tavanello. The final score, 18-14, Iowa over Ohio State. Bobby Telford was named the Matt.com Wrestler of the Week for his victory at the Midlands Championships and the clutch dual meet wins against Rutgers and Ohio State. Congrats, Bobby. Well, USA Wrestling has announced some exciting changes to the Jack Pinto Cup, the Greco-Roman international event held in Colorado every January. In the past, 4 USA teams have battled foreign teams in a dual meet tournament. Starting this year, it'll become a challenge dual meet series similar to a boxing or MMA event. In addition, the event will be held in not 1 but 2 locations. The 2015 Jack Pinto Cup Duel 1 will be held at the Bank of Colorado Arena at the University of Northern Colorado in Greeley Friday, the 23rd of January at 5. The Cup will be held alongside the UNC versus Oregon State Division I College Duel, which will start at 7. The 2015 Jack Pinto Cup Duel 2 will be held in the Heritage Ballroom at the Antlers Hilton Hotel at Colorado Springs on Sunday, January 25th. Doors open at 1:30. Competition scheduled to start at 2. Lineups for the event will be announced next week, so you want to stay tuned. This will be the 3rd year for the event, held in loving memory of the 6-year-old wrestler, Jack Pinto, who lost his life in the Sandy Hook Elementary School tragedy in Newtown, Connecticut. National Greco-Roman coach Matt Lindland weighed in about the changes to this year's Pinto Cup.
What I did was I changed the format. Back when I wrestled in Concord, Bill Martell used to run an event in a ballroom, and everybody wanted to wrestle in this event, and they only had 10 matches. And so you put your best guys, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to take our best athletes. We're going to create this thing like a show.
All right, stay tuned. We'll be back after the short timeout.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are, whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
Well, recently, USA Wrestling held another popular Google Plus Hangout in the series. It was University of Michigan this time. Richard Immel talked with 3 top wrestlers and 4 coaches with the Wolverines, including heavyweight Adam Kuhn. He'll be looking to make his way to the NCAA podium this year as a sophomore.
I was on the offense in a lot of weird matches, and I just ran into, studs in the finals. And, I'm looking to get better and continue on to try and keep winning more matches, keep on the offensive, and just try and keep better every day.
Rossi Bruno is ranked 8th this week at 133. He'll be seeking All-American honors this March.
It's going great. I can finally feel myself, turning that corner, becoming a more threatening 133-pounder in the national scene. So that's a great feeling, just going into matches with a lot more confidence than I have in the past.
Max Huntley is also ranked 8th nationally and looking to climb even higher on the ladder at 197.
The way I look at wrestling these days, it's all about what you learn. I've learned so much from wrestling that I'm taking in my life that, I'm going to do as best I can, wrestle as hard as I can, train as hard as I can. But, at the end of the day, I'm still going to take away whether I win a national title or I don't. I'm still going to walk away with the same lessons I've learned here in the wrestling room.
Head coach Joe McFarland talked about his team's performance to this point of the year.
These young college guys were able to spend the afternoons with some of the names that you just mentioned. Kellen obviously sitting to my right. Wrestling's a hands-on sport, and for these guys to be able to interact and train on a daily basis with a lot of these guys that we have here really has been incredible. All the coaches here understand the effects it has. Not only on your recruiting, obviously the best kids in the country are attracted to a program that has that in place. Because they'll have aspirations of not only winning multiple national championships, but someday being on a world and Olympic team.
Highly respected assistant coach Sean Bormat.
What was the question?
How's climbing Mount Everest?
It's going well. Yeah, it's going well. Yeah, guys are steadily climbing and making some gains every week.
Richard doesn't know what
yeah. Yes, we've had our guys climbing ropes. We got 23 foot in our room, so guys have been climbing steadily all fall to basically try to get 29,000 feet in, which is roughly it's like 1,700 rope climb.
Kellen Russell won 2 NCAA titles for the Wolverines and is now pursuing a spot on the Olympic team. Russell's also the new volunteer coach at his alma mater.
It's been great, transition to volunteer assistant early this fall. So it's been great to be able to, be in here, picking these guys' brains, some of the best coaches in the country for sure, and also haven't had to change my training schedule, which is great.
Here's assistant coach Josh Chirella.
Taking over from the volunteer position to Donnie's position as the second assistant. It was a pretty smooth transition, and it's been great having Kellen fill in as the volunteer role. He brings kind of a different flavor of coaching style to our program, so it's been a lot of fun.
Hey, it's time for our USA Wrestling Photo of the Week contest. The pictures are sent in by families and fans from around the country and are being considered for the photo contest page in USA Wrestler magazine and, of course, on our Facebook page. This week's pick was sent in by William Womack and shows Harrison Womack of the Newburgh Mat Club of Oregon working for a pin at a recent tournament. Nice job. Have your photographs considered for our photo contest simply by emailing them to Gary Abbott at gabbott@usawrestling.org. Folks, that'll do it for this week's show. From all of us at USA Wrestling, I'm Scott Casper, and thanks again for watching.